welcome. Or should I say, zoink. I made my character look like Shaggy. We're gonna run a zoo because I want to play a zoo game. I've been craving a zoo game lately. I had Planet Zoo in my library, so I'm like, we're gonna make a zoo. We're gonna do career. Ugh, I don't want to do timed mode. Timed mode's disgusting. We're gonna go to the Godwin house. We'll keep it medium. Take a little bit of challenge. I played was it Zoo Tycoon before, like years and years and years ago, but I haven't played a zoo game in a while. So, and Zoo Tycoon's on the channel. I just played it like years ago in free time years ago. So I did something. Got an achievement. Let's go. Get all the people. I'm gonna learn.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language.
You're all good, Bernie.
It's good to finally meet you in person.
It's good to meet you,
I'm
bro.
Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person
All good,
who calls
Bernie?
me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets.
Well, in that case, you deserve it. So just don't track elephant dung
As you
in.
know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride.
Looks
for me
amazing.
and prides. Thanks to
I hope
the
I can make
breeding
this.
program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his death into
Dang,
the line.
that is unfortunate.
So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry.
Oh, I'll finish it.
I'm not completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand.
Thanks, Nancy.
She's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Hello there. From that
Hi, Nancy.
fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire.
Of course.
Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on.
Heck yeah.
But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
That one, right? That's the grizzly bears.
Did you know that grizzly bears,
Hi.
also known as Ursus arctos,
Hi, buddy. Oh, he fell in the water.
hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again,
Silly
given the
boy.
chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
At least in
Select
games
one
I
of the
can.
bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Yep, I already did.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare.
Yeah,
You'll learn
makes
more
sense.
about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Whoa! Look at the
See,
bear.
now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can
Get
also
right
get
up in
this
his
view now
nostrils.
by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo. And take a look at
Cinematic.
the lions.
The
There's a
cinematic
clear
view.
location for you to find.
The orb. Are you stuck in the ground, buddy? You gotta be careful there, man. Don't get stuck in the mud. Exit the camera. So now we gotta find the lions. Lions. You lions. You're not lions. You wouldn't have that kind of habitat. Because you just... This has got to be unsafe. Whatever's in here. What's in here? Or is that the empty? Because there's an empty. It looks like you might be the empty. Because this is dangerous if something can get on top of this rock. Because then it could just be like, oh, hey. Leap over into the crowd. Lions. Ew, we have a maze? That's disgusting. I don't care what the maze is for. Ugh. Well, my least favorite thing in gaming. Where is lions? Oh, are you highlighting it for me? Cause I'm dumb. There's the lions. Hi, lions.
Anthera Leo Leo. All the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there
Yeah.
can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome.
I don't see any lions though.
Why I handle training
Lions.
these days.
Are they there?
Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
I was over here, past the pool. This pool is gigantic, man. I don't know why you need a pool that big. You know, when nothing can go in it and stuff. But you know, hey, do you, man?
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something.
The animals?
Two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Oh, there we go. You got two of them.
There we are. A
Ready to
pair of
go.
perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally, the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
Delivery scheduled
When you
and
adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade center where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their
Already
new
did.
home? When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
he's running. He's running. Run, man, run.
As you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible.
There must be a small warthog if you just carry it like that. Or these two are strong as hell.
Them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them
He just
nice.
chucked it.
Each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you
Enrichment.
select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which
Yeah,
we saw
he needs
earlier,
enrichment.
where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed.
Who are
Don't
you?
worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
At a feeding
Let's start by
station.
making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do
Facilities?
this, we'll need to place a food station and
Habitat.
a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those. And
Let's put
a
this
water
right
bottle.
over. Put it right over here so people can see. There you go, guys. And we'll put the water station. Guess we can't put it too close. Put it right there.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in.
Oh yeah,
That
mud
will
bath.
count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Put that there.
Nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now,
Now
our
play.
contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Raise, lower, rotate, camera placement, cancel, snap. Alright. What's this? You can visit players. I can just randomly locate the highlighted area. Let's click this to go over there. So what do we need to do for these?
Before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game.
Okay,
Just click the pause
Where's
button
it
in
at?
the bottom
Down
right
here.
corner.
paused. Frozen time.
I like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way.
At a habitat
Let's
gate.
keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier.
Barriers.
Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it. Right.
There we
Let's
go.
complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Are people gonna be able to see? Like, we're not gonna be able to see the ostrich at this point. Well,
Good work.
there you go. No ostrich sight for you guys.
Before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment.
Yeah, it's the first thing I
At least not
noticed.
without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier so the guests can see in. There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat.
I want
It's
that.
always best to
another
make
one.
sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't.
True.
The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Okay, jeez.
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
True.
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times
It's
faster.
in the zoo.
It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to
Stopped
accumulate
in
or
the
for animals to
zoo.
be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish.
Tops in the zoo.
Alright, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those
Done.
ostriches, don't you think?
Already
Let's
done.
get 4 of them in here.
Done.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Food trough right there. And water trough. I love how they just throw the animal when they get there. That seems reasonable to them. No, this is fun. What is food enrichment? Oh, is it this? The slow feeder? Here you go.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43
Bronze
miles
stitch.
per hour? Oh,
Yo,
I
it's
bet
so-
they ever escape. The speed camera finds alone would bankrupt us.
Bernie. No.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So,
How many
now
times do you
that
guys get an
we've
ostrich?
a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Why are you so snarky about everything?
You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Oh, okay. I was going off the arrow. See, the arrow's like to the right, so. There we go.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same
Okay.
time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness.
Well, then they need to stop
Negatively.
being like. What do they want us not to take care of the animals like them, man?
Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of
Crybabies?
objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we? Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off. Lovely work. Now the keepers
I
can
see.
start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you
See,
put
like
it, they
the
won't
white
have to
areas
walk very
won't
far
get
to deliver
power.
it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then.
Yeah.
Bengal tigers. We want to
God,
adopt
Bengal
some, but I'm afraid
tigers,
there's
especially
no place for
the
them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I
white and
marked
black
out. It's not
ones.
too far away. Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier. Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
I got you. I got you. Let me get in close in here. This way. This way. This way. I need to like turn around this way so I can see. Bam. 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 We're gonna stop here. We're gonna go glass. Down this entire walkway. I want them to be able to see the tigers forever. It's a lot of glass. Oh, I didn't mean to click on this. Bam. Blam. Blam. There we go. And then we need a door. We'll put the door. I can't put it in the glass, can I? I gotta put it like obstructed by what? There we go. Oh my jeez. Maybe like this wall, huh? Just there to there. Like simple. Why are you being like this? That was allowed to be like a little short wall. Why can't you be a short wall? See, that's a short wall. Like, okay, hold up. We're gonna get rid of this door then. How do you delete? There we go. Wasn't it connected before? Oh my jeez, why you be like this? Delete. It's annoying. Okay, hold up. Let me do door first. Right. Did I like put it too close to the barrier? The game's like, oh. There we go.
Now,
There we
many
go.
take
Jesus.
safety very seriously at zoos, so
Okay.
we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we do
Yes.
it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
The what?
Now you've got all of
Oh,
the perimeter
this?
selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
3.7 meters. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I get how this works. I guess that's going to be a little longer on that side, but that's fine.
Now
Bam!
that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box
Yep,
near
yep.
to your viewing area.
Donation box.
We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
Well, then make them eat instant noodles.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the habitat boundary
Donation
complete.
box.
The habitat
Another
gate's in
donation
place,
box.
and most importantly, the tigers won't be
Another
able to jump
donation
out of it
box.
anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Heck yeah, tigers. Holy, those are expensive. $22,000.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Got you. Habitat. Feeding. Large food tray. We'll put that over here.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different.
Add a
Some
pond, right?
animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink
Plants,
from.
rocks,
All you have to
gardening.
do is make sure the banks of the
Construction?
pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool
Oh,
excavated,
terrain.
but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Oh, the water tool. Snow, auto paint, rock, sand, grass. There's there's water. Like calm water, rough water, select water.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitats?
Yes. Jeez. Seems really in depth. Habitat. Frozen blood pumpkin. Oh, here you go, rubbing pad. Give you guys a couple of these. And then we'll give you blood
Okay,
pumpkin.
it's really starting to take shape.
Put one over here.
Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests.
Choo-choo.
More likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
We'll give you this. Right here. Perfect. Here's a nice big.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Long
Rightio.
grass.
Click on the terrain tab.
More
That
soil.
way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Huh?
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Perfect. Long grass. Gotcha. Oh, do they want less long grass? Oh yeah, they want less long grass. I see. Okay, so we'll give you more sand that way. And then we want short grass.
Right then.
There we go.
Animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia.
What?
Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many,
What?
select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
This is one, right? Yep. Woo!
Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
Bracken, the
You can
bracken.
find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use
What's the
filters
wattle
to only
bush?
show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest
Oh, there it
or
is.
temperate biomes.
Demolish. Yeah, we don't want these wattle bushes. My cats hate the wattle bushes. Your wattle bushes. There you go, cats. You guys happy right now? Get your wattle bushes out for you. What else do you need? Oh, there's still one more wattle bush? Where's it at? Oh, is that it? Deleted. There you go, cat. What you got now? Oh, I didn't get the wattle bush. Where is it? Oh yeah, remove this plant species. Remove this plant species. Remove it. There we go. There's an easy way to do this. Perfect. Now what do you guys want? Tropical, temperate. Alright, so you want... Go away, tool. Nature... So wait, like sort, yes, there we go. Biome? Grassland, tropical, temperate. Grassland, temperate, tropical. Elephant ear plants. Bam, bam. You guys got some elephant ears? Can I put it... It's up on the glass. That works. Perfect. Some elm trees. There you go. How does this go? Plant type coverage is severely inappropriate for this animal. Let's get you that cool looking tree. Oh, never mind. You don't like that tree. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Ooh, bamboo. What about bamboo? Yeah, you guys like the bamboo. Have it like... Oh, can I have it in the water? There you go. Got like a cool tree set up in here. There's more plant and tree coverage. Dang it. How much more do you guys want? 4 meter. 1 meter. 1 meter. Banana palms. Whoops. That one's also up in the air now. We're just gonna leave it there. There you go. You got some more hiding spots there, buddy. That's not bad. How you liking your environment now? Still not enough? God, you guys are needy, bruh. Let's get you 2 birch trees there. Birch tree in the front. And another one over there. Perfect. There we go.
They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence.
I bet they'd
But
leave.
for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
You sure about that? I'll try. I'm crazy.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Yeah, they're in a maze. Of course they're going to be
Just
upset.
find one of the
Mazes
peafowls and
suck.
ask them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
What am I doing? Where's one of them? Where you at, bird? There you are. No. There he is.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space, and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
Anyone more adult?
Right, as you can see, the peafowlers need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Yep. We're already on it. I was trying to adopt them before you made me check its social thing.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon.
Thank you. I try.
But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Oh my god, you snow leopard. What do you want, huh?
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if
Where
things
you at?
aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by the lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when
At
they
a
want
barrier?
to get away from the prying eyes of the guests. Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible
What?
British weather.
You mean the
should
snow
have
leopard likes it
them
cold?
take some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Turn on the
As you
temperature.
can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can.
Okay.
Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Coolers. Oh, there we go. Put one there. Put one there. Or do I have to wait for it to actually kick on? Pew. And we'll put one like right there.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them.
Yep.
It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Yep. I'm trying. Where is he? Where you at, buddy? Are you in here in the cave? There you are, little guy. Oh, my sleeping. Aw. Sleeping. Shh. It's sleeping. Precious. Okay, let's get you your... What do you want? Terrain. Terrain. There we go. You want less grass? No, more grass. Oh, no. Needs less grass. Okay, because that's where it is. That's where it needs to be, right? No white. Correct amount of rock. Correct amount of sand. Want some more snow. Okay, so you just want more snow. Gotcha. Terrain, snow. You want to get rid of the long grass. Look at all the snow.
All of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy.
Yep.
So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across.
So like a
the whole
list of
zoo.
habitats I have,
And
or
that average welfare is a very important statistic.
finances?
Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Yep. Already on it. All the
As you can see,
turtles!
This list shows you the animals' overall welfare.
What's wrong, turtles?
If something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button.
Enrichment?
Right. I'm off for a cup.
Oh, you don't have
Make
food or
sure all
toy.
the animals are well looked after.
I got you, buddy. I got you. You want food and toy enrichment. How did I know which one you want toy-wise? Blocks of ice, blood scent marker, bobbin drum. What do you want? Do you want your toy? No, you do not want a toy. Let's see. A cardboard. Fire hose ball, gift box, grab ball, gyro, herb scent marker. Does say over here what doesn't want it. No, I didn't want to put that down. And a labra giant tortoise. Well, I'm gonna call this one here, and then the next one we'll take care of the rest of the animals and finish the scenario up because I want to do this for at least a few episodes to see how it does. But for now, see you next episode. Welcome back to Zookeeper, with your favorite zookeeping host. I'm not trying to save. With your favorite zookeeper, it's Shaggy. My character looks like Shaggy in game, so I figured this out, you know. So the herb scent marker was right. So what else do you want? You want a little more toy enrichment, right? Yeah, you can use a little more. Let's give you a sprinkler. Do you have power here? Yes, you do. Cool. Well, actually, I guess you need water, huh? Obstructed by what? There we go. So that will give you toy enrichment, 100%. Now you need food enrichment. Got block of frozen fruit, dog ball, and a fruit spike tree. Let's give you a fruit spike tree and a dog ball. Oh, and I guess you need a little more. So I'll give you the frozen fruit too. So there, your enrichment should be 100. Yeah. Habitat. What are you unhappy with? The terrain. Turn off the heat map. You want what? More grass and less. What do you want less of though? Soil? Because we need more long grass, more sand, less soil and rock. Okay. So you want more long grass. Perfect. And now we just gotta get you more sand. Is there like a smaller circle or oh yeah, there we go. Sand. Okay, never mind. We need it bigger. There we go. Shelter space is crucial, efficient to cover all animals. Oh, you guys don't have a heart shelter? I got you. Habitat, shelters. Let's give you give you a wooden basic shelter like this. No, that's too big. There we go. Just need a little one. Right over there. Only 31%. 25%, what? All animals. There's only 2 of you guys. Isn't there? Or is... Okay, there's a third one there. So do I need a bigger one then? Is that what you guys are telling me? Oh, that's too small. What am I supposed to do with that? Can I move this? Move. Over here. We'll get rid of this. Wait. Delete. And go back into habitats. And we'll get you a big one then, I guess. There. That make you happy? You good now? That's not enough for you? How much space do you darn turtles need? Like, the thing's massive. Look how big that is. Welfare's up to 96, so I'm gonna just go to the next animal because you guys want too much. Like, I can't give you much more. Your thing is like small, you know. So get rid of the tortoise, and we go back to zoo, animals, welfare. The zebras are unhappy. What are you guys unhappy about, huh? Your enrichment's bad. And there's enrichment. Food enrichment, toy enrichment, interspecies. So what, you want more giraffes? Is there not enough giraffes for you? It's what, 2? Is that what you're saying? You want more giraffe? Giraffe. Oh, it's a giraffe. 491 net. What does that mean? Okay, not adopted that giraffe? Giraffe. Giraffe starts with a G, yes? Am I dumb? Or is it called something else? Oh, the reticulated giraffe. Yeah, it's just this one. Auction time? How do I... Too expensive. Oh, I only have this. Oh, because I need more conservation. Okay. Well, guess I ain't getting you any more of those. So what else do you want? Need food, enrichment, habitat. Well, let's go. Filters, species. What are you specifically called? You are specifically called plain zebra. Let's go all the way down to P. The giraffe and the plain zebra. So you need food and toy enrichment. So let's get enrichment items, food enrichment, grazing ball, bam. Hanging grazing feeder, bam. Small barrel feeder, bam. And a suspended high grazing. Bam. Toys. We get you guys a sprinkler. We get you 2 sprinklers. Get you a rubbing pillar.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, I did it. Done.
I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that.
Sure. Save. I actually might add this to the last one instead of this being a split up. So this will probably be in the last one, like, so it'll be one big video. And I'm gonna actually just do my own zoo, kind of like creative kind of thing. because I don't want to do just these, especially this is another tutorial. So yeah, we're gonna do that instead. So now I'll see you guys in the next one, and next one we'll be doing our own zoo.